Hi, this is Linda Hatch, and I am with Help with Online Math, and this is your 7-minute algebra hack. So let's get started with it. This video, we're going to talk about how to multiply binomials, okay? And I have a hack that I used when I was teaching, and it was really, really great because I didn't go through all of this process of FOIL and all of that because I found that FOIL really foiled some people. So what I'm going to show you is a way to actually multiply any polynomial, and this is how you do it. So what you're going to do is for any binomial that you have, let's say you're multiplying a binomial times a binomial. Well, if it's a binomial, it has two terms. So if it has two terms in each one of these binomials, we're going to be multiplying 2 times 2, which is 4. So what we're going to do is we're going to make ourselves just a little square that has 4 squares in it, or a box with 4 squares. And let's say we've got x plus 3 times x plus 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place these terms accordingly. So let's change the color. I'm going to put x plus 3, carry the sign with it up here, and x plus 2 down here, carry the sign with it as well. Now, you're probably wondering, does it matter if I put x plus 3 here and x plus 2 here? No, it doesn't matter. Remember, multiplication is commutative. So now what am I going to do? Multiply. Remember, that's the whole point of this. So what is x times x? Well, x times x is x squared, okay? Well, what is x times 3? It's 3x. Remember, we put our numerical coefficient first. What's 2 times x? That's going to be 2x. And we're going to multiply 2 times 3, which is 6. Now notice all of my signs are positive, so I don't have to worry about that. Now, I'm going to change color so you can see something, okay? Generally speaking, what's in your upper left corner is going to be the first term of your polynomial because it's going to have the highest degree. Along the diagonals, right along in here, you're either going to add them or subtract them according to the signs. Since my signs are alike, 2 and 3, we're going to add them. That's going to give me 5x. And then in this lower right-hand corner, that should be your constant. So that's plus 6. So altogether, I have x squared plus 5x plus 6. Okay, let's do another one. Here again, we've got a binomial times a binomial. So what do I have going on here? I have 2 terms times 2 terms. So make myself a box with, of course, 4 squares in the middle. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to place these binomial terms up here, and I'm going to take my signs with me, x plus 4. And then I'm going to multiply. So what's x times x? X times x is x squared. X times 5 is 5x. 4 times x is 4x. And 4 times 5 is 20. Okay. We're basically just using the distributive property. That's all we're doing. Okay. Here again, in my upper left quadrant, that's going to be my leading term. So that's x squared. Along my diagonals, right along in here, I'm going to add them or subtract them according to the signs. So it's 4x plus 5x. That's going to give me 9x. And then in my lower right-hand quadrant, I'm going to have 20. Okay? And then I'm done with that problem. So now let's look at another one. Let's see what happens if the signs are different. Okay? So I've got x and a -3 here, carrying my signs, and x and a +1. Okay? I'm going to do the same process. I'm going to multiply. X times x is x squared. X times the -3 is -3x. I bring that sign there. At 1 times x is just 1x, or you want to put just x is fine. And 1 times -3 is -3. Okay? So here again, upper left-hand quadrant, leading term. Now, along my diagonals, I've got a negative 3x and I've got a positive 1x. Well, if I have unlike signs, that means I'm going to subtract and take the sign of the number that's furthest from 0, highest absolute value. So I'm going to have negative 2x here. And then in my lower right-hand quadrant, that's negative 3. Okay. Now, just for the sake of supposing, let's suppose you have a binomial times a trinomial. So we've got a 2-term polynomial times a 3-term polynomial. Well, when you have that, you have 2 times 3. Well, what's 2 times 3? 6. So I make a rectangle here with 6 cells in it. Now, in this case, because I've made it in this particular manner, I have to place my terms in a certain way. So I can't just place them any way I want to. So I'm going to put x and positive 2 here. And I'm going to put my trinomial terms here, x squared. Sorry, Jamboard does not have a way to make exponents, at least not that I know of. Plus 2x plus 4. All right, now, when I place these in, now all I have to do is multiply. X times x squared is x to the 3rd power. X times 2x is 2x squared. X times 4 is 4x. Coming down here, 2 times x squared is 2x squared. 2 times 2x is 4x. And 2 times 4 is 8. Now you're probably wondering, oh, I've got several sets of diagonals. Same process. All right, upper left-hand quadrant, that's going to be my leading term. I'm going to move this down just a little bit if I can. So you can see all of what I'm doing here. So I'm going to put my x to the 3rd here. To the 3rd, my leading term here. Along my diagonals, they should combine in some way. They're either going to add or they're going to subtract. So I'm going to say 2x and 2x squared, excuse me, and 2x squared. Remember, I combined the coefficients. I'm not going to add the exponents here. So I'm going to have plus 4x squared. Then I've got 4x and 4x like terms. I'm going to combine them. That gives me 8x. And then my constant term plus 8. Okay? So it will work the same way no matter how the polynomial is set up. So I'm going to say x and negative 1 and x squared, negative 2x, positive 1. All right. So same process, x times x squared. Remember when we multiply, we add the exponents. So that's x to the 3rd power. X to the negative 2x is negative 2x squared. X and 1 is 1x. Coming down here, negative 1x squared. Negative 1 times negative 2x. Negative times a negative is a positive. So that's going to give me a positive 2x. Negative 1 times a positive 1, that's a negative 1. Now I'm going to combine my like terms. X to the 3rd has no like terms. Along my diagonals, I'm going to combine my coefficients to give me a negative 3x squared. Remember, I'm combining along the diagonals, just like when we're multiplying with numbers, we're going to be adding at this point. Along the diagonals here, I've got a positive 1x and a positive 2x. That'll give me 3x. And my constant term is last. Okay. Hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much. Follow me on Help with Online Math, www.helpwithonlinemath.com, and have a great day. And watch again for more Math in 7 tips. Thanks. Bye.